Netflix decided it would be a good idea to make Squid Game into a reality show. So they brought on 456 players to volunteer and compete for a prize of $4,560,000. Mm-hmm. And now a couple of unnamed contestants from the show are planning to sue Netflix because they didn't regard their health and safety concerns. And they claim that they have suffered nerve damage and hypothermia while in these challenges. And okay, if one of the complaints had been emotional damages, I probably would have had an aneurysm. Thankfully, it wasn't that. But look, if you didn't see Squid Game, I didn't either. But basically, it's sort of like Hunger Games. They are in a competition for a cash prize, and they die. When they are eliminated, they die. So in the reality show, they obviously can't recreate that. You are already participating in a baby mode, pussified version of Squid Game for a reality show that you volunteered to be on and are being paid to be on while contributing nothing. And you have the nerve to sue for nerve damage and hypothermia.
Who is the Rosanna? Who was the YouTuber that was like mad
Rosanna
at Mr.
Pansino.
Mad at Mr.
Yes.
Beast?
So Mr. Beast already did real life Squid Game. He already did this idea before Netflix got to it. And okay, I watched the first.
Hers wasn't the Squid Game. The Rosanna Pansino.
It was a hide and seek game. It was hide and seek. But yeah, Mr. Beast already did this, and it didn't need to be like a 10-part series that was dramatic and emotional and takes itself way too seriously. I watched the first episode of Squid Game, The Challenge, and it was unbelievably gay. It was awful. It takes itself very seriously. It wants you to like be invested in the contestants' lives because, you know, I need to pay my student debt or my medical bills or like my mortgage payment or whatever.
I love how it's very American to like force people into into making bad decisions because they're in debt. I love it.
Right. Someone said this is really capturing why game shows aren't fun anymore.
It's really capturing why drug trials are so popular.
It's not money to take the family to Disney anymore. It's money to pay off student loan debt, save the family house, or finally afford to get the health needs met. But when I watched this, I didn't care about any of the players. They were just all really annoying. Yeah. And they were people that watched the original Netflix show and just thought it would be like poggers to see the set in real life. And just on the part of Netflix is creating this show is such a stupid idea because everyone who's going to watch Squid Game, The Challenge, the reality show, has already seen Squid Game, meaning they are already subscribed to Netflix. Therefore, you are making $0 off of this show. Precisely $0. If anything, I would unsubscribe after watching this. And I didn't even watch the original show. So basically they were playing the game red light, green light, where the big doll is at the end of the finish line, turns her head around so that you can move, and then turns her head around again. You have to freeze. And they like paintball them when they're eliminated. If you move when you're not supposed to. They like paintball them. It probably doesn't even hurt. It's probably like made of marshmallows. But
they've got hypothermia.
Yeah, and they claimed that when they had to stand still in these parts of the game, in this high stress situation, they said it was very cold in the building. They were very chilly.
As somebody who grew up in the state
hypothermia.
Growing up in Minnesota, I'm embarrassed on their behalf.
Yeah. So they went to a law firm called Express Solicitors, which is a no-win, no-fee law firm, meaning they don't have to pay unless they win money from Netflix, period. So this says, contestants on Netflix's new show Squid Game, The Challenge, have instructed Daniel Slade, CEO of Express Solicitors, to help them seek compensation for injuries suffered during the show's filming January of this year. Contestants claim they suffered injuries such as hypothermia and nerve damage as a result of poor health and safety standards on set. Daniel Slade comments, "We have sent letters of claim on behalf of contestants injured in this show. From what we've been told, they pushed the boundaries of safety in the name of entertainment. Production companies need to ensure that health and safety standards on their shows don't leave people at risk of harm." To me, pushing the boundaries of safety in the name of entertainment is the entire MO of reality television and is necessary in order to get entertainment out of it. This
From
is
that genre of entertainment.
my same conclusion about the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, who are not doing challenges to win money. They're just drinking and going to brunch and fighting each other. And they're still complaining that they were exploited because adult production assistants aren't placing drink maximums on them. Women who are in their 40s and 50s and 60s. Get a hold of yourselves, people. Like, you are adults. You made the choice to be on the show. You are paid to be on the show. I don't know, be grateful for the opportunity and go home.
How many of these people, though, that just somebody comes to them, they're like, look, there's easy, quick money in this, and they don't believe a word they're saying?
I bet that the law firm was the one that approached them.
Yeah. Class action.
Here are some reactions. The contestants in the original literally died, so maybe they should consider themselves lucky. Good point.
That is a good point.
I mean,
you got off easy.
What did they think they were signing up for? They're trying to win one way or another.
We should petition to have the people who filed this lawsuit be on season 2 of Fish Tank.
Yeah, Fish Tank is far more taxing on the human mind and body than
Let's get Sam
Squid
Hyde
Game.
to call these people and see if we can do that. That would be great.
Yeah, signs up for Squid Game reality show, gets mad when it's a Squid Game reality show. Fair point. And when you look at this show, the sets they must have been so exorbitantly expensive to build.
Mr. Beast said that when he did it, it was super expensive. He thought it was going to be like $1 million video. Then it was a $2 million video. Then it was a $3 million video. Finally cost about $4 million to do.
Yeah. And Netflix is in no position to be taking financial gambles like that. And look at this. It backfired on them because people are soft little babies and whine about everything. I mean, the point of reality TV is to see people who are being mentally and physically taxed and pushed to their lowest for entertainment value.
In the chat, James Brighter says the trial should be on Judge Judy. Yes!
Yeah.
Yes!
I love that.
I'm 110% down with that. Let's just make the whole thing a farce.
I love that.
That's a fantastic
That's a good idea.
Look, and when they make shows like this, these types of lawsuits are baked into the cost. They expect stuff like this to happen.
Yeah, I suppose so. Especially if you're inviting on hundreds of people
who are not actors, who are just you don't know what you're gonna get with any of these people.
And that's why I didn't like watching it, because they're not entertaining or interesting people.
Yeah.
One of them was like, I think I'm gonna win because I have that like Aries energy or whatever. It was like just the dumbest shit ever. Also, every time that players were eliminated, one person getting eliminated represented $10,000 more being dropped into the prize money. Bro, one person was going to win no matter what.
Yeah.
Like, you are going to win
it was a set amount
the same amount of money, regardless of how many people are eliminated on the first day.
It's like a visual gag to get them motivated.
Yeah, literally. And then they drop like just one person got eliminated, and then they drop 10,000 and they're like, oh, that's not enough. Like, drop more. They're so stupid.
Like, wouldn't they have to sign some I mean, they would have signed consent and release forms before this anyways.
Oh,
but
yeah,
as we know, those things are useless these days, just like your prenups.
Literally, they weren't even doing anything that was entertaining to watch. This was no American Ninja Warrior. They were doing like baby puzzle games. It was so boring.
It's giving the lady who got mad at Mr. Beast, who got mad because she said she got third place at adult hide and seek, but got pushed to fourth, and then basically made it sound like a Me Too claim.
It's giving women in their 40s who got pissed drunk and then accused Bravo of exploiting them and their addictions and discriminating against them.
You said you'd bring the top shelf liquor, and you didn't bring the top shelf liquor.
Bring back like some real troopers to reality television.
Yep, they don't
like people who are willing to suffer for entertainment value. I appreciate that. I really
Theo
do.
Vaughn would have done well at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't they get any influencers or like some kind of star power in this? It was all just randos.
Yeah, and it's I mean, I still like I wonder like how the James Bond reality show. I still know nothing about it except for every time I see it on Amazon Prime, I get physically angry that they made it to begin with.
You start dry heaving.
I get very angry.
I thought a great idea was bring on like 300 people and 100 of them are actors. And in the first red light, green light game, just start like pretending to actually snipe them. Like with squibs like flying everywhere. They actually start losing their minds, freaking out.
They would end up getting sued for that for emotional distress then. The emotional distress lawsuit would definitely
but they were like getting hit with these like watery paintballs that probably didn't even hurt. Oh. And they were like, like dropping to the floor.
They should be more embarrassed by the fact that they're suing over this. But you know, when there's money involved, people will put a lot of shame out the window if it means a payday.
We need a golden era to come back to reality television.
Also, like it's kind of like when I hear express solicitors, it's kind of like that meme. It says like when your lawyer shows up like this, and it's got a guy with the really baggy pants that are like right above his the shoes that says you know you're going to jail.
Yes.
Like that's what this is.
Look at my lawyer, dog. I'm gonna go to jail.
I'm going to jail, dude. That's exactly what this is. I love it. It's at the same time, I don't really feel bad for Netflix. Good. Deal with your annoying lawsuit. This is your own fault.
You made a reality show for only people who are already subscribed. Isn't the aim with every Netflix original to get new subscribers? Like that's literally the only way the platform makes money.
I mean, maybe the idea is that with advertising, they could pull in some people who maybe some people. One thing that happens with Netflix when they get like a show that does really, really well, especially one that gets like an instantaneous release, meaning that there isn't week-to-week drops, people will subscribe just to watch that show and then unsubscribe. So maybe their hope is that somebody who subscribed for Squid Games will come back for Squid Game.
Yeah, sure.
I'm putting myself in the mind
it's always
of
Sunny
Ted
GIF.
I'm putting myself in the mind of Ted Sarandos or whatever his name is, the CEO of Netflix. He's figuring it out. Hey, they're whether we like it or not, they're like Netflix is still crushing everybody else when it comes to the streaming services. They may not have money to waste, but they've certainly got more right to screw around than any of these other services. The other ones are actually losing money. Netflix is the only one that's actually seeming to squeak out the smallest bit of profit from their business model. They're opening physical locations. How smart can they be?
Yeah.
Did you see that? They're opening physical Netflix locations.
What are they, like a bar?
It's like I had this.
Is it like the cursed Bumble meetup bars that they opened for like meeting on the dating app? You go to the Bumble Beehive bar.
They'll be called Netflix houses.
Ew, what?
In 2025.
What does that mean? If
you ever wanted Netflix to be more of an interactive experience.
I never, ever, ever wanted Netflix to be an interactive experience.
Netflix's physical locations will be called Netflix houses. See, if you're P. Diddy, don't bring anyone to the Netflix houses. Bad things are going to happen. Netflix and chill at the Netflix houses is going to get you arrested. Ugh. So Netflix houses, and they'll offer merchandise, food, and show-related activities. Maybe they'll hire these people from the failed Squid Games reality show to work at these locations where fans can shop, play, and interact with their favorite Netflix shows. Netflix has been testing this kind of concept for a while, says Forbes. In June, the streamer said Netflix Bites, a temporary dining pop-up, was done. They're just like, this is the thing though. The thing about their business model is, like, as we know, corporate America doesn't allow you to just exist in one place and continue to profit. You have to continuously grow, right? Where do you grow as a streaming service in this market? You have to grow elsewhere.
Why would they call it a house?
They should. I'm surprised they don't have do they have a record label? I'm surprised they don't have like a record label.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have thought that too.
Says that they had temporary pop-up dining experiences based on some of its culinary shows. In May, it hosted only on Netflix in Japan, where settings from popular shows like Stranger Things and Emily in Paris were recreated for fans to explore. Last year, Netflix launched The Queen's Ball, a Bridgerton experience. A traveling event where the fans could dress like Regency characters and attend a Bridgerton-style ball. I bet you women would like that. And
it's certainly not profitable.
And the boyfriends are like, I'm not going to do
stupid.
that. So yeah.
I literally never once in my life have I thought I want Netflix to be a more interactive experience.
Next thing we know, the
point is that I'm isolating.
Next thing we know, they're gonna go to the red light district in Amsterdam and open Netflix and chill brothels, where you go and you have sex with a prostitute and then watch Netflix when you're done.
They also expanded into ice cream. They have a Ben & Jerry's Netflix flavor. Ugh. Netflix and chilled.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.